The Wildcat, and I was going to have the canopy on, but I haven't got that far, so I thought I'd show you what I have done. And I only do about two things with cockpits on planes, is I get the base coat on, which is Tamiya cockpit green. I think it's a perfect shade for almost any aircraft. And then I just put washes in. And washes, I use Mr. Detailer. This is the black, plus I mixed it with a little bit of their olive, which is green, and I think it gives it it's an acrylic wash, so you can take a paper towel or water down brush and you can get the excess off. And I just put a wash on the seat and the sides there. Did that with the control panel. And what I'll do is take a little bit of, try to dry brush just a little bit in there just to get a little wear. But that's pretty much all you can see. And that's all I pretty much do when I do cockpits. I think you can't really see a whole lot of it. And, why spend a whole lot of time on it, especially when you have the exterior, which you need to focus on. But anyway, it gives the impression that the cockpit's, in there painted. And that's what we want. But anyway, Mr. Wildcat is taking shape. So hopefully by the next video, I'll have the canopy on. And then we can start. I really would like to shoot a little bit of primer on here just to make sure I got everywhere sanded that I needed to. Make sure that I got the fuselage sanded. And then it'll be ready for some paint, which will probably do the, I call it the two-tone, kind of a light bluish gray on top and whitish gray on the bottom for the bottom side of it. So anyway, that's my game plan on that. Anyway, Wildcat is taking shape. The Enterprise, and ladies and gentlemen, I lied. I said I was going to assemble it then paint. Well, I lied. I actually decided to go with the base coat of TS81, which is Tamiya, the Royal Light Gray. I've seen this color, I thought really represents the Enterprise hull's main color extremely well. Now, if you actually mix it, it's actually, where's the exterior? Enterprise Gray, the class, where is it? Well, it's kind of a little green with a little bit of white mixed in. I mean, it's just it's a kind of a combo color, but the Royal Light Gray, I think, really matches the color of the ship if you really get down to it. And that's what we want. We want what it looks like on screen, not exactly as the miniature is painted. So anyway, this is I think a really great color. And I painted the Constellation when I did mine, the Doomsday one. I did mine with the little more green in it. I should have probably put a little more white, but anyway, I liked it. I've tried to make it more of a studio model, so it'd be film. This one just needs to be the appearance of what it looked like in the show, and this color does it. So TS81, if anyone's ever interested, and plus you could use this for the 18-inch one, the Revell one, the AMT one, just all kinds of Enterprises you can paint with that. So anyway, basically doing some pre-paints. Did the saucer, did the lower saucer, the neck, and just some random parts here, the bridge and everything. Started putting in all the clear parts, and this way I don't have to mask. I was really debating if I wanted to do that, so that's why I went ahead and pre-painted a lot. So I started adding the lights, debating whether to do one or two lights for the neck, because once you put one single LED, it lights it up. Yeah, let's see. Well, battery's hooked up. It actually lights up, a good section of it that's really bright, and then a section down here will be kind of a dimmer light, which that's what I like. It looks more realistic. You don't have just pulsating bright light. Anyway, secondary hull, which I'm trying not to move it because I just put 5-minute epoxy on the LED there just to get it to sit, and hopefully they'll work out just fine. Where is it? There's two things I'm not going to light, and let's see, where is, we'll just use a little guide here. This part right here, it actually should be blinking. That's not going to have a blinking light. I just it's not going to be it's going to be displayed, but it's just not really worth lighting that up. And the very back, that light right there, that's the only thing I'm not going to light. I'm going to actually just decal it. It'll just be easier. And it's not really nothing fancy, but everything else will have its appropriate lights. So, doing some test lighting. I got a couple more I need to add in here, which I've just done, but get that all lit up here. I got to add the impulse deck and everything, but I did get pretty much all that lit up, and we are good. We got some blinkies on the bottom. And that's pretty much all I'm going to do on that. The top saucer, I'm going to actually just put the red and green nav lights, and they'll just stay on. I ain't going to blink. I'm just going to leave these two blinking. I actually got these from Train Software. Do I have a... Yeah, well, let's see. We'll look here in the little light box here. I want to show my coupon code here, but modeltrainsoftware.com. Go there and they'll treat you right. They have you don't have to really buy a board. They actually had little LEDs that do blink and run off of 9 volts. So that was just, I didn't have to wire nothing. They were already pre-wired, and we just wired up and go. But anyway, got most of the saucer lit up. Got to do the impulse deck, hopefully to get that pretty darn soon. But anyway, lights work out just fine. See how one's darker and one's lighter? I think it looks more realistic. So anyway, that is where I stand on that, and hopefully we can get a little more done today. But anyway, today is basically trying to get all the little basics in. When I say basics, getting the lights glued in and then wired up, and then not really, there probably won't be no assembly this week. I'll probably just be testing and trying to get all the lights in there, make sure they're all working, and then hopefully by next weekend we can start assembling. But anyway, that's what I've got going on today. Oh, the domes. I dipped these about 3 times each on in my little mixture here with the food coloring and future. So we're really, I mean, we're pretty good on color wise. I got to go one more step because I want it just a little more opaque, and we're going to take Mr. Tamaya's clear orange, and we'll do some airbrushing, which it'll still be clear, but just be a little bit more darker. That's just what I want, but it'll work out just fine, just like that. And we'll try to get it, try to get at least them on, and then probably wrap them up and get them out of the way so we don't get any debris or anything of that nature on there. But anyway, that's a little fun trick with the food coloring and future. But anyway, that's what I've got going on today. We are painting and putting lights in on the Big E. The Wildcat gets its cockpit washed, and we'll hopefully get the canopy on, and we'll do this again next time. So that's what I got going on today. So stay tuned for the next exciting episode.